Hey riders, Tuesday, Muckers, let's call it the social race of the week. Tuesday's a little more chill. They usually do a warm-up race before, and hey, hold on one second here now, folks. Colin, Inside Cycling World, welcome to the channel, folks, where I do mostly Zwift and Ruby stuff these days. And like I started last week, I had to remember if I even did a video last week, which I did. We did the Tuesday race last week. I think it was Lenny 79 at the front with Bear Remy hot on his heels. So Tuesdays are going to be Muckers days. And Thursdays, I'm going to stick with my WTRL TTT. Yesterday, not sure if you caught it or not, I did a ladder league race over on Zwift, Team TNP, that's Team Not Poggy. If you watch YouTube at all, as you should watch my channel repeatedly, just start every video over. There's a guy, Ollie Moore, he's got Not Tatty, that's his channel. He's Team TNP, Ollie Moore. So, Not Tatty, the team's name is Team Not Poggy. So, a bunch of fun guys. You'll actually know someone else on there too, Tactical Watts, Ray McCoffey. British dude, sergeant, beast of a man. He'll like that. Yeah, so I've been hanging out with those guys a little bit doing that. So there was a 5-on-5, mano-a-mano, battle fest, volcano circuit. Love it, folks. Crit style. Let's go, folks. Let's just jump into Ruby here. What's my schedule looking like now? 4 minutes to go, folks. Actually, I like to actually look at the leaderboard here. 3.5 minutes to go, folks. I think I saw 101 people registered. Let's see what's going to show up today. We get it. Lots of you riding outside. But whatever. Boom time, folks. Here we go again with Nightior. Yes, this is where you're going to get all the best data that you can find on Ruby. If you think you're finding it on Ruby, you're not. You're going to find it here. This is the place to come to. So we're on events right now. Oh, it looks like I got 2 notifications. What do I got? Probably going to be something like, hey, Colin. Okay, this is just friends notifications. Cool. Good stuff here. Lots of good new stuff here. So you go under events, you're going to find there's Team GRC Sunday short races. We're doing this today, so let's talk about that. Muckers Tuesday race 2025 race series. We're on stage 24 today. And what I thought was really cool about this was obviously the stage hasn't ran yet. We're doing Paso del Trebbio. All the details are here for me. 23.5 kilometers, 751 meters of climbing. Guys, this is going to be a bit of a grind, isn't it? False flatty start and then boom at the end. What I thought was really cool, and I did know this, but I hadn't looked at it, the Ruby Analyzer is built right in. So it's built right in here. So what I did is I quickly pounded in 300 watts, 72 kilograms. I was thinking more of like a climber type, so that's going to give them an average of like 4.2, 4.3 watts per kilo. Zero drafting. Who cares about drafting? I don't. Reality level 100, of course. So I just faked those numbers in there for now. And if I look at the analyzer on here, I've got all bikes included. Oh, I thought I analyzed it. Let's try this again. Here we go. So Specialized S-Works Tarmac SL8 on Zip 353. So we know the Zip wheels are coming. It's been a long time in the mix here. People have been seeing them in the data files. That would be 50 minutes. There will be people riding these Aero 4-spoke discs, 50 minutes. Now, I'm going to say right now, do these things need a nerf? Now, if I need to explain that, well, we got issues. 1 minute, 15 seconds to go first. So in video game parlance, wow, never used that word in my life. Did I use it right? I don't even know, folks. Video game parlance, you'll have a gun. I don't like my light today. There's something weird about it. Looking very shiny, but how's the hair, folks? I don't see any bald spots, do you? Ooh, man. Ooh, that's some good genetics there, folks. Video game parlance, nerf and buff. You get a gun in a game, you get a weapon in a game, it's OP as we call it, overpowered. Everyone starts using it, you need to nerf it, you need to bring it down a bit. If you find a gun in the game that's not doing so good, maybe you need to buff it. Now those Aero 4-spokes, they're not light. Compared to these Zips coming up, well, and it probably does show here, but these Zip 454s, total weight I think is like 1,400 grams. The Aero 4-spoke, the dual wheels, the front and the back, remember the back one's heavier, In fact, the back one is heavier than a full disc Kadex Aero disc. They're 1,900 grams, so they're a pound heavier than those Zip 454s. Really? 2 seconds? Is that it? 2-3 seconds difference. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Just they seem to be so fast. I'm wondering, is that true, or do they need a quick little nerf, dial them down a bit? I know they get used a lot. If they were really that fast, I see like triathletes using full disc on the back and just one wheel on the front. Full disc is generally the fastest. I mean, generally or always. Outside of wind conditions. Anyways, you can fry me for saying that. Looks like we got 60 riders here, folks. 60 riders in the mix today. Yeah, I think my light's off. I think I've got the wrong color light here. Oh, sorry, folks. Boom. I'm sorry. There we go. On to the races. So I actually did come back and we were just started up. So, and why are we not live streaming, folks? I never got enough involvement in the live streams. I was expecting more communication, people watching, blah, blah, blah. Stu here right at the front. Stu is going on a flyer right off the rip, folks. Not sure why. My leaderboard, if you guys take a look at my leaderboard, does it not look a little bit fuzzy? To me, it just looks a little bit fuzzy here. It might be just the way it's it's just the way it's overlaying on the screen there. Because it's kind of coming and going, clear, gone, clear. Don't worry, I'm not losing my mind. So we got Stu here at the front. Carroll's in the mix. Nelson Snyder. Helmsire Force. Haven't seen this guy in a while. Right here. So yeah, climbing at the beginning, 6, 7, 8% here. Then it's going to really back off. And we're going to have a good stretch of flat to false flatty coming up. Last, looks like maybe 40% of the race, generally climbing all the way. That's where we're going to get the majority of that 750 meters of climbing. Here's Breers 33, absolute contender in today's race, folks. Total contender. Looking for Barrett. Duke Norton's here. Hey, Duke, good to see you, man. So Duke's here. Duke lives southwest of me in Idaho. I'll give you his address if you need it later. Ladies love me, girls adore me. Duke, I've had some messages from Manon. She's looking for you. Inside jokes, folks. Simon JP here. Silv 3030333. What a weird name, right? Ultra lightweight climber. Smash him on the flats, folks. Smash him on the flats. I was thinking a lot about Dave 12 here. Dave 12. Where he is? There he is right there. Okay, let's go to the back. We do this every week, folks. This is how we do it. My channel, my rules. Emmanuel sitting in the start. Ben cycle. Mick. Mick never got started. Missed the start shoot somehow. Maybe he'll crank it up soon. We got Damien here. Baking soda broke down just up the road. And so we currently have 55 riders actively cycling out on course. Nokan. Fantomas. 8075. A string of riders here. Chasing Smouse. Stefan CK Fix. Keith Oldgit. Keith's got a really late start here today. Not his usual pace. Maybe Keith's doing a little bit of different training today. Maybe today's a recovery day for Keith. Generally, Keith would be sitting right at the front. Chris Roebuck. Sears Roebuck. David 1951. We've got a broken Bram Paulson right there broken down. Ghost Killer. Guys, I'm just going to have a little sip here. I've been really busy this morning. Up at 4:15, a.k.a. Colin style, Colin hours. It's quiet in the house. Make a nice big pot of coffee. Get right into the DMZ war zone. Own some players. Actually, I just get killed over and over, but it's so much fun. First thing this morning, raced up to Red Deer. 1 full hour drive away by highway. Got there. They've had my car for the last 2 months. Full transmission replacement. Didn't pay a dime. Didn't pay a dime, folks. So last time we were driving, Joey goes, it sounds like there's a jet engine in here. It was whining so much. And they had to replace a couple other things too. Something to do with the transfer case. Doodads, Maybe Neil will know. I think Neil's in the automotive business. So yeah, dropped my car off. I think it might have been April 3rd. So almost 2 months. I thought we were past 8 weeks already, but I guess we're coming up on it. But still, my car was gone for 2 months. Just got it back. So much more power, so much smoother. I might need my brakes done though, compared to my new car. So it's going to take me a while to get used to it. So I did that, bombed home, water in the grass, got some nice weather finally here. Mikhail's up the road, and here is Neil himself riding a little bit slower at the back today. Neil's only doing about 2 watts a kilo. Told me he's not feeling that great. I think he told me also that he took up hot yoga. And so he's kind of tweaked his back a little bit. You know, he gets nice and hot and sweaty in that room there, just cranks up the heat. It's got some really like jam and techno tunes going on. Probably a lot of Daft Punk, stuff like that. And no, just kidding, folks. Neil's a little bit sore from whatever he was getting into. Because, you know, this is the Tuesday race. It's more of the social race. And like I said last week, don't get me wrong, they will be smashing it at the front. But a lot more of the other people here are going a little bit more chill, kind of holding something back for Thursday, because Thursday is the real deal. And Neil even sent me a message saying, hey, dude, thanks for covering the race. Or, hey, mate, thanks for covering the race. No problems, dudes, anytime. And he said, I'm going to have to start going harder in these races, which would be cool. Like, I mean, if we can make this more racy for people, especially if there's a video. I know I always ride harder when someone's watching me. So Robin, Aggie here. I just saw Kyle. Kyle's in the mix too. Hey guys, and let's... I always want to talk about these 2 days. So we talked about Nightier, and just, yeah, I never got finished with Nightier there. But guys, go check out Nightier. It's got all the stuff you need. Everything's built in now. You can track all the stuff. It's so cool that this was generally just a social event, social race. No one really kept track of it. Neil and Kyle do all that on the Thursday race. They put a lot of work into it, and people, don't forget that. Don't forget how much work David puts into Nightier. No one's making lots of money out of this. So, you know, constructive criticism, great, but these guys are working hard for basically nothing. You know, it's all for the love of it. So, yeah, go buy yourself a Muckers jersey or something, a Muckers t-shirt. I wonder if they have chopping blocks. Maybe we can get some chopping blocks on order over here. Coasters with Neil and Kyle's face on it. What about underwear? We could do some underwear, maybe. Here's a funny story for you folks. So, you know, you all have your Christmas parties at your offices. Calgary took their Christmas parties pretty seriously, and my friend Chris Burchard, went to university with him, met him in second year, still best bros. So for the Christmas party, and he was a manager too, okay? I was his, like, peon for a while as a geologist. He was the VP of exploration. And so for his Christmas, it was like one of those Secret Santa gift exchanges. Here, we're going to move up. Got Saniva here, OG, M-Rump, Jenski. Lots of riders here. I'm liking this. Mikey73. Haven't seen this dude for a while. Yes, dude. I believe Mikey73, we crossed lives in the past. We had a good discussion about that one day. Lynn V here. We're going to check and see how many ladies are here soon. I think I'm seeing lots of new ladies' names. So there's Lynn V. Paul. Back to the Birch story. Birch. So, like, Secret Santa, you know, you take a gift, whatever. You pick your gift. Yada, yada, yada. And so the lady that got stuck with the present from Birch, it was underwear with his face on it. It was just like his face, like, so classic. I loved it. The fact that he pulled that off. Can you even get away with that still? Can you? Well, I guess her husband could have worn them. I would have worn them. They were maybe a little bit tight for me, but it's just underwear. So Saniva's here. Let's take a look at this, folks. I don't want to follow a rider, do I? Find rider? No, I don't want to do that. Guys, what am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? I can't even think anymore. That underwear story really just rocked my world, I guess. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Bouncing up, we got the girl rider here, Pascu. Ooh, Pascu was, I think Pascu was top 4 last week. While we're doing this on the fly, folks, a little bit more Nightier stuff. I'm going to show you how we're going to do this, folks. Give me a second here. What I'm doing is you guys are doing that. I'm going to go back and find stage 23, which I did do last week. And we're going to look at the standings once I find them. Oh, okay, maybe Pascu just kind of slipped back at the end. Probably want to use the... Oh, man, I'm thinking of Juan Luque. Yeah, it's Juan Luque. What I will show you here quickly, though, folks, is watch, we can do this. We'll turn this on, turn that off. There, we're back over on 90 or now. And take a look here. Last week was Elenio 79. Bear Remy, Kirill Susik, Juan Luque. That was a new rider that I hadn't seen before. Hans Holm Moller, Niels Brunham, Thomas Lynn Iverson. Here's that Gur Pascu rider right here. So we can just quickly turn that off, turn Ruby back on. Boom, folks. I've got this down to a fine art, don't I? Moving up again. OG. Okay, so seen some of these riders already. Let's jump up. Adam Pell. I have not seen this dude forever. Adam Pell has not been around for a very long time. And from what I remember in the past, Adam Pell was like top rung rider. Maybe he's taken some time away from the bike. Who was it actually a while ago? Was it Kyle saying he hadn't been on the bike for a month? I think he did. It was just in some random chat. I've kind of been out of some of the chats lately. Who's calling me here? Someone from Quebec. This won't be important. If it's important, you'll leave me a message, won't you? Offering me some high-paying job. Come on, folks. Let's do it. I keep applying for jobs, and I keep getting nothing back. MNH Ruby, again, yeah. If you get old, you're done. It's coming, folks. You'll be done. Just like me. Fetch you here. I think we saw them last week. Cristiano S70. Rob NNC. Front runners are on that super false flatty stuff now. Chris Vranken, Belgian rider here, decked out in the Pirelli jersey, chasing after Kona Blight and Spindly Yak. Man, I love a Spindly Yak. Who doesn't like a Spindly Yak? Uncle E64. Here's Kona Blight again. Chak from Calgary. Big John rides. Let's go, Big John. Zumbiki. Ludwig DB, powerhouse here. Here's Pesky Lightweight Climber. Yeah, I was going to bring this up here too, folks. Okay, so this is one thing, being a larger rider, being like, shredded but not shredded, 90 kilograms plus, 6'2", all powerhouse. What bothers me a little bit about virtual cycling, I was thinking about this today. Okay, and it's just virtual, so I get it. Okay, so... You know those pesky lightweight climbers? They're just going to draft you all the way. They're just going to draft you all the way. So that's fine. That's what they're going to try to do. But that's if you're a pro rider and you don't mind riding 2 inches from a bigger rider's wheel. I guess what I'm trying to say is maybe the draft is too perfect on all the platforms. When you see that you're getting a 60% savings or 80 watts, 300 watts, whatever it be. And it's not just Ruby, it's Zwift, it's My Whoosh. Actually, it doesn't even seem like there is a draft on My Whoosh. I don't get it. I'll get more into My Whoosh later. Gonna bounce forward here again. Doc. Alex, 79, West France, I guess. Simon JP, Renz Picave, Dave 12. RJL 19, born in 1925, Reason Bikes. He's 100 years old, folks. Thomas Lynn Iverson. So we're getting right to the front now, folks. Stu is leading the race at the beginning. Just slipped back a bit, hanging out with Helmsire Forest here. Bart Vandenbrand riding alongside Duke Norton. So we're in hitter realm now, folks. Absolute hitter realm here. Duke's probably spinning along it. Yes, Duke. It's so good I can see your revolutions, dude. So good I can see this. Duke, formerly pro bodybuilder or whatever. I'm just going to say he's pro. I think he was training to be pro. Maybe he was Olympics bound. Who knows? We'll just make up stories as we go. From a strength background. So he feels comfortable pushing these super, super low, ultra low RPMs, which... for virtual cycling, that's kind of what works, folks. You'll see it a lot. The reality is this doesn't really work outside that well to stand. Because, a lot of times when you see the inside cyclists riding now, so this 5th place Duke, 6th place Bart, 200 meters up the road. So these guys are just falling back a tiny bit. There's a chance they could get back on. Stefan back in fine form here at the front. Last few races I've seen Stefan, he's been kind of dangling back a little bit. Maybe he's got training back and focus here. Breer's 33. I totally expect him to be here for this race. Oh, Bear Remy's not here this week for the Tuesday race. Maybe he's just going to focus on the Thursdays. Seeing Breer's here, I think that's probably a good candidate for the win right there. I mean, Nelson could too, so can Carroll, so can Stefan. I know Breer's has a really nice kick after a long climb. Super legit. So yeah, Duke likes to do the low speed grinding. Let's take a look, folks. I like looking at this because, you know, the Sky era and the online coaching, spin to win, stupid mantras over and over, stupid. I don't care. Well, you know the pros do it. I'm not a pro. Hey, bro, I'm not a pro. Not a pro. Ride how you ride, right? Ride how you ride. Now, on the other end of that, inside cycling now, since it's just about power, it's not about your form on the bike. It's not about aerodynamics. It's don't even worry about drafting, because drafting is so automatic and built in. You don't have to really you don't need any bike skills. It's just about developing huge amounts of power. And that's not the same as outside. So what you'll find a lot inside is smaller lightweight riders standing the entire way, generating huge amounts. And that's just the way it is, folks. I've accepted it. I don't stand at all. I sit on every ride. I would sit this entire ride. Would I be at the front? No. Is that because I'm terrible? No, it's just because I'm out of shape right now. Would I ever be at the front? Absolutely not. I'm okay with that. But I guess I'm going to dial it back a few minutes there too. The drafting's too perfect, which allows the pesky lightweight climbers to suck wheel all the way and do nothing. They're not working at all. They're just sucking wheel. And then the climbing is in their favor. So on the flats, the big guys should be rolling away, and those little guys, I guess Ruby's just assumed, and all of the platforms we're all pro bike riders. So we've all got pro bike handling skills, and we all get massive drift. I don't know, I'm just going on a tangent here, folks. Something to talk about. Nelson Snyder at the front, Stefan, Breer's 33, Carol Susik. 200 meters back. We're 260 now. We got Duke and Bart. Again, I like watching Duke style here, 60 RPMs. You know, Bart's not much higher. And I've shown this in videos before, spin to win mantra, whatever, don't care, where I've tracked riders through a certain segment, faster riders up front. There'll be some doing 100 RPM, and there's some that are doing 60. And they're virtually riding side by side. That's how it is. The only part for inside cycling that's really weird, and I didn't think about this till I watched one of Eileen's videos, Eileen Gardner. She's on the latest Virtual Velo podcast. She brought it up in one of her videos, her cycling style, and she goes, "Here I am with the inside cycling style that makes no sense, is super unrealistic when you're doing a time trial. You're not going to be standing up." So it's like she's standing up on her bike doing 7.5 watts per kilo, standing up as she's doing a time trial. Well, that defeats the whole purpose. So that's where it's different, right? You know, obviously anyone that's in incredible shape like Eiley or any of the cyclists on here, they're probably really, really good cyclists outside too, because we know she is. But at least she talks about it. She talks about that standing, because generally when you watch her, she does a lot of sitting on her bike. Even her outside riding, I think it's really cool. Just check her YouTube channel out. Breer's 33 at the front, right where I expect him. Stefan Schmidt back on fine form here. So we got a rider group of 4 at the front. Let's quickly see if we can get a little bit of a map view here for you. Okay, not much to see here. Kind of cruddy graphics, but besides the point. Close that. Group of 2. Ooh, the group of 2 from behind are trying to make a move to get back on. And you can see them pushing here. Look at this. Duke 5.2 watts a kilo. Bart right was just at 5 just a few seconds ago. They're trying to close that gap before it gets carried away. Further 300 meters back, we got Simon JP, RJL, Helmsire Forest, Ren's Peakave, Stu's in the mix here. Hey Stu, see you still pumping out videos. Good to see that. Stu's got his YouTube channel. Stu likes to, he's kind of got a cool little thing going. It's just generally Stu riding alone. He does a lot of climbs. but he snags old-timey race coverage. So you get to hear the old broadcasters broadcasting just randomly in the background. I love it. So go check them out. After this, what's on tap for me? Remember, it is what time are we looking at here? It's 12:24. Let's see if they left me an email or voicemail. Saguenay, Quebec, from Saguenay, Quebec. Let's see what they got to say to me. Goodbye. Yeah, great. Nice message. Goodbye. Yeah, okay. Goodbye to you too. Nice professional message you left me. Okay, that's nothing important. Yeah. Jojo's watching her crime shows right now. There's a very important case on for her. She watches the full trial. She usually takes Wednesdays off from work. She changed it up today because she's gone 5 days without a trial. Those Americans, any weekend, they can take, any day they have a holiday, they make it 4 or 5 days long. Look at Thanksgiving. Let's make it a 4 or 5 day weekend. It's just Thanksgiving, folks. It's just a day you eat turkey. That's all it is. Okay. So yeah, the trial was off for 5 days straight. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's back on today, so I get it. Moving back here, Dave 12. We're back on Stu again. Oh yeah, I was talking about Stu here. So yeah, he's got a YouTube channel. It's probably called Bike and Dog Trips. Is that what it's called, Stu? I think it is. Ludwig DB right there as well. With Alex. Sorry, yeah, we bounced back a little bit there. 500 meters back. Yeah, so I'll probably today. So I rode Zwift yesterday. Zwift has, I love their training programs. You know, it's like a 6-week program, teaches you stuff. You get to do them as group rides. Is it perfect? No. But you get to ride with a bunch of people. Everyone's doing their own ride within the ride. You're unlocking new courses, not unlocking, getting your route badges. So I did the 6th last week, so you get another route badge for that. And it was the grade again, and I feel very out of shape. But I was only 30 seconds off my time from last November when I did it. So I think it was like 17 minutes, 50 seconds of the grade versus 17:20 the first time I went up it. And I kind of did it differently. First time I did it, I kind of started slow and built towards the end. So increasing power all the way. I was able to do it. This time I kind of went too hard and I kind of deflated by the end. Still reasonable, but whatever. And yeah, I just find if I just need to find something quick without a lot of thought, I tend to lean towards Zwift now. It's just, okay, yeah, I'm just going to jump in and see what happens. There's always something going on. Remember, I'm primarily riding Zwift and Ruby now. Okay, let's get to the front here. Breer's at the front, 6 watts per kilo here with Nelson. Oh, we've lost Stefan. Stefan's just fallen out of the group now. Oh, and interesting here, take a look at this. Duke has separated himself from Bart. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Bart had a mechanical on the side of the road. And here comes the crowd screaming by him. So hopefully he's got a disconnect and he will reconnect and maybe pop up more with Duke again. I'm not sure how it works these days. So yeah, a bunch of riders coming back past Bart right now. That's unfortunate. I hate when I see that. Frustrating with the software. Speaking of being frustrated, so my Whoosh had a big update. 5.0.2. I don't know, 6-7 gig update, something like that. And mine must have auto-updated. And I've seen on the Facebook forum quite a few comments saying it doesn't work for anymore, it's messed up, it's this, it's that. I had the same thing. Jumped on early one morning to update it because I was going to start going back and doing the Masters races on Fridays. Johan's kind of keeping an eye on that, I think, now. That used to be James from OTR used to do that, and there was a little bit of, I don't know, friction between OTR and my Whoosh or something. I don't know the full story about it. OTR left. I love supporting OTR. Those races were growing, and just to be honest, guys, no one pays me. Without OTR there, those races are smaller. So we had it when I first met James late October. When I started doing his OTR events, there was like less than 20 people. And within a couple of months, we were over 50. That was a pretty good deal. Remember, we all know that most people only go on My Whoosh to race Sunday Race Club, and then they vanish. They go back to their other platform, whatever it may be. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. The community events are not supported enough over there. I don't know why. I just don't get it. But anyways, so I went on board, do my update. I didn't have to do it. I think it automatically did it. But it says I have no Wi-Fi connection, which I do have a Wi-Fi connection. Obviously, because I was messaging people. You go to their Facebook page. Oh yeah, just go to this and redo your certificates and blah 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 blah. Big spiel of stuff you got to do. Go into your files. Go into your My Whoosh file folder and delete this file permanently. And guess what? I don't want to do that. I shouldn't have to do that as the application user. I'm not an IT guy. I don't want to be an IT guy. Probably blow my brains out. Boring. My Whoosh needs to provide a fix for that. Guess what? No race coverage. And I'm not riding on My Whoosh anymore. Then there'll still be all the people that it works perfect for me on my iPad from 8 years ago. There's always that guy out there. There's always that one Apple guy. Oh, works flawlessly on the Apple iOS system. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work as good on that system. You're just lucky. I was lucky for a long time. So I'm running a mid-level gaming PC. And I would always say, unless it's an Apple product, it probably runs better on PC. Probably runs better on PC because all this stuff is originally designed for guys on PC. Look at all the video games in the world, folks. COD, you ain't playing that on your Mac. Maybe you can now. But it always used to be that you couldn't. Ooh, yeah, Breers33, folks. Did I not say earlier who I thought would be one of the front runners? Here he is at the front by himself right now. 80 meters ahead of Nelson Snyder. Man, I love this stream today. Video today, folks. Lots of rants. Maybe people like the rants. Let me know. But yeah, so after this, we're doing some Zwift. Colin only. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday. What's tomorrow? I don't know, folks. Tomorrow I'll ride Ruby. Thursday I'll ride Ruby. Thursday for my video. Actually, I might stream this one. I think I told everyone before. I kind of stopped streaming because I didn't have any interaction. There wasn't enough for me to just babysit the stream. If I'm going to have it open and keep looking at it, I want people there talking to me, commenting, cheering on their favorite rider, that kind of stuff. So it's probably just easier to do videos, but I might stream it on Thursday just because it's WTRL TTT live event. Friday, if I can get My Whoosh working again, come on, My Whoosh. Like, it's funny too. You'll see people, yeah, but it's free. Yeah, but it's free. And I don't care if it's free. It doesn't work. So I'm kind of disappointed in it right now because I was feeling a little bit bad myself because I had people saying, "Hey, Colin, you gonna do any more of My Whoosh videos for us?" Like, and I'm like, "Okay, guys, yeah, I'll be there, but I can't be there." So one fix was, basically, I don't know how hard it is. People expect you to know exactly what they're saying in their comments. Oh yeah, go into this root directory and make sure your certificates, drivers, and NVIDIA, blah, 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 is all up to date, yada, yada, yada. And if that doesn't work, do a full delete of the application and do a reinstall. Yeah, 32 gigs. Thank you. I pay for my downloads. Right? I'm paying for it. It's not unlimited. So My Whoosh, why should I have to do that? That's your end. Your end. So I think for some people, though, they're willing to put up with it because it's free. I'd rather pay my $22 a month and ride on Zwift, to be honest. And that's what I'm doing right now. I think for me, My Whoosh needs to really focus on community-based events, community racing, community events, less Sunday Race Club. Come on, guys. Come on. Less Sunday Race Club. I do love the workouts, but I think there's too many now. It's just like workout. 50 million new coaches. Wow, have you guys caught me bad? Actually not. I'm in a really good mood today. I'm just telling you how I feel. I think the workouts are like, there's enough now. I get emails saying, oh, there's a new coach. Okay, great. I don't know who this person is. Like, they don't know who I am either. And I get it. I like how the videos work because, to be honest, they kind of reminded me of the way I did my videos 2 years ago. Not that I'm a coach or anything, but I'm on screen and I'm talking to the people the whole time. Now I don't have any cool music playing, so they got me there on that one. But it's just like you're watching someone on screen ride who's interacting with you the whole time. That everyone knows that works. But we need community racing, community events. And yeah, I tried. I tried doing all that stuff. I tried promoting it. I tried. And I'm not even talking about me racing. I tried promoting it. Breer's 33 on the front, now out with a 160-meter lead. Carol Susick 80 meters back, so it's further splintered, folks. Ooh, take a look at this. Duke Norton has worked his way up. Remember, he was riding with Helmsire Forest. No, he was riding with Vandenbrand, I think. So Duke's gone from 5th, 6th. He's now past Stefan. And look at it, 50 RPMs. Just smashing. He's thinking about doing some deep squats. Yeah, he's doing his squat work, man. Like, oh, yeah. Yeah, so Duke's relying on his old days of being a power lifter or something. World's Strongest Man competitions, bodybuilding. Duke's probably just shaking his head right now. And going back to his strength workouts. Let's have a little look here. 67 RPM. 65 RPM. 79. 50. 78. I wouldn't call any of this. Okay, there's our first kind of like spinner. Helmsire Forest. So, yeah, inside, maybe you want to slow down your cadence a little bit, boys. Slow down your cadence just a tweak. It definitely works inside. You can go online and see all the riders out there who race at the highest level. Zwift, my whoosh. Most of them stand the whole way, lower cadence. You will find some. A particular example of this is Freddie Ovett. He sits. He comes from more of a traditional outside road racing world, and he's transitioned in to the inside world. In fact, I brought this up in a video before. I think it was the Zwift Climbing Championship this year, where the top 5 riders, it gets whittled down from a big group to a smaller group to the smallest group. He sat the whole way until at the very end when he had to stand for his sprint. So I don't want to knock what people are doing because it is different. But more traditional, more kind of real outside cycling is what he's doing. Just probably feels more comfortable because I get told all the time, oh, you have to stand. No, actually, I don't. I don't have to stand. You do you, I do me. How about that? So yeah, this is pretty impressive by Duke here. Great job, Duke. Stefan Schmidt still holding strong, 3.5, 4 watts per kilo. Helmsire Forest. We're going to bounce back 130 meters. We've got 2 riders here. We've got Simon JP and RJL 1925 here. 65 meters back, Dave 12. Being pursued by Thomas Lynn and Stu. Further 25 meters back, we got Doc PS, Renz Picave. 300 meters back, Ludwig a little bit riding by himself right now, but Alex 79 West can just see him going around the bend here. Adam Pell, again, good return by Adam Pell here. Probably been absent for several months, unless he's been sneaking on and I haven't been seeing him. Probably just a long time off the bike or away, needed a mental break from cycling. Going through this little hairpin turn here. 22 meters back, Big John rides. See this here? Big John. John, are you really big? I'm just trying to figure out your weight. Oh, it's so hard for me. Okay. See, now, on my screen when I ride, I have all my data set up in the bottom left-hand corner, which I still don't like. Let's flip-flop. Hey, Ruby developers maybe you don't ride the platform enough. Let's move those data numbers in the bottom left. Give us the ability to flip-flop that with the leaderboard. That is way better for me. So I'm just looking down at the numbers right now. I can see Big John rides power output, his zone, speed, and his cadence. Obviously, heart rate is a super top secret. We are never able to see that. Why? But I can't see all the other data. Like I can't see normalized power. It doesn't display the way I have mine displayed. So I also have my watts per kilo down there. So right now I'm kind of like looking at his number down here, his power output absolute number, and then I'm trying to look up, and by then it's changed. So it's a little bit harder for me to figure out weights on. But yeah, Big John rides, he might be around a 90 kilogram rider, maybe 85 kilogram rider. Big John, is that what you weigh? Something like that. Maybe 80 plus anyways. Remember, I'm trying to look at two numbers that I can't keep track of that easy. Oh, Big John, what happened, bro? What happened, bro? Bart TT's coming out. Chak's coming up the road. Okay, we're gonna bounce to the front. We'll go check on Big John here shortly. Yeah. So Friday, if I don't have to totally reinstall my whoosh, because I. Oh yeah, here was the suggestion. I didn't have an internet connection. This kind of boggled my mind at the time. I've never had a problems running my whoosh. HD. It's ran perfectly. I did all the Echelon Race League series stuff for them on HD. It all looked really good. I didn't have graphics issues. I did the U.S. National Champions esports for the Masters divisions using my computer. I did all of the Canadian esports championships, Masters, and the elites. I did all of it, and the juniors. No problems. So when I brought up this internet connection, the response back from maybe it was generated by a bot or something. It sure seemed like a bot. Maybe please use normal MyWhoosh instead of MyWhoosh HD. Why? Why? That's your answer? That's terrible. Come on, bro, get with it. So whoever answered me, get it together, bro. It's always worked. In fact, I thought my videos showed off the graphics of my whoosh really nicely, folks. In fact, I think the normal my whoosh doesn't look that great. You really need to use the HD to get the full effect. And I think the install size is like it's so different. I think it's a few gigs for normal and like 30 plus gigs for HD. Big difference, and you should expect to see it in the graphics. My machine can easily run HD. Trust me. It's something you guys have done at your end, and I don't feel like being an IT guy to get your application to work. So, what are we going to do about that? I need like some kind of like, what do they call it? Not a patch. Yeah, maybe they call it a quick fix or something where they just kind of jam it down your throat. You don't even know it's there. You turn your machine on, it's done. I think Call of Duty does it all the time. That's a software company right there, folks. Is anyone still here? Anyone still here? Guys, so we're at 37 minutes now. Breers is only 3 kilometers to the finish with 150 meters to go. So that tells you right away we're going to be averaging about 5% here through all this stuff. And he's put a stomp on this race, folks. He's got 300 meters on Nelson Snyder, 500 meters on Carroll, Duke's 880 meters back. This is all with reference to Breers. So let's bounce back down through the field, see where we lost who. Okay, Bram Paulson we lost early. Mick did get moving, but he broke down again. Okay, who's this rider here? Pascu disconnected too. Jaromir Jager. Okay, well this guy's Polish, so he's not Jaromir Jager, but close enough. All about hockey playoffs these days, folks. Edmonton plays tonight. Yes, dude. 6 o'clock game. Rock it out. Carolina beat the Panthers. I was like, Carolina has looked like garbage. They lost 3 straight to the Panthers. They are the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Panthers. Carolina kind of did a really good job yesterday against them. So here's Fantomas 80-75. Keith Oldgit's just up the road here. Yeah, Keith's just doing a more of a leisurely ride today, I think. We got Smouse. We got Silv. Ooh, Silv looks broken down too. Emmanuel. I'm trying to keep it on the front as well. David 1951. Chris Roebuck here. Stefan CK Fix. Wonder what that means. Emmanuel Scosia. Looks like he's riding the Villiers. What's it called? Verticali or something like that. Here's Neil thinking about hot yoga again. Man, I can't wait to get those hot rocks steaming. And is that what they have? I don't know if they just turned the heat up really high. Kyle pushing away here. Yep, he's on the green bike too. Which one's Neil on? Not sure what Neil's on here. Cervello maybe? S-Works? Good to see these guys riding together here. So we've got 3 muckers. Actually, Kyle's pushed ahead here. Kyle's taking off 500 meters up the road. M Rump. Ooh, Ruby bike. Ruby bike. Dude, Ruby bike, level 74 Ruby bike. Dude, I've got a great video for you to watch. We're talking about bike selection. Did I make that video? I don't even know. Nocon. Big John. Come on. How did Big John disconnect? So that's one thing I gotta say, guys. I'll be that really annoying dude. Bro, I never disconnect. Bro, I never disconnect. Ever. I never have these problems that I see you're having. I don't know what the difference is. My internet is not wired. I'm on Starlink. And I ride down in the basement. Starlink router, they're good, but they're not great. That's probably the weakest part of the system is the actual router you have in your house. They're really not super powerful. My house is a lot of stacked lumber, stacked cedar home, so the walls are like this thick, solid wood. There's no insulation. It's just all wood. So it really cuts the signal down. I don't have an ideal setup. I never disconnect. My only problem with Ruby I had in the past was, here we are watching Lin V. I better jump to the front here. Who's this guy? Michaelo. Chris Franken. Paul. My only problem with Ruby I had in the past was that timeout token. So I would start a ride and it would kick me out after a little bit. So basically, I think my fix at the time was I would make sure when I closed out a Ruby, I logged out completely. I didn't just X out. Because what that was doing was it was leaving like an active your token PC talk, IT talk, folks. Basically, you've got like an activity or you've got a presence on their server. Again, let's go back to video games. A lot of video games, like let's say you're playing a video game, you put your controller down, pause the game, or just sit in the lobby and wait. If you go away and make supper, you come back, it'll say kick due to inactivity. They're trying to free up server space. So I think that's what Ruby was doing too. So I just learned after 4 or 5 failures to log out completely, and it never happened again to me. And I think in the background, they fixed that independently. So definitely doesn't happen. So yeah, I'm one of those guys, never disconnect. It's kind of like the guys who have no problems if they're running it on their iPad or their iPhone or their Apple TV or whatever. I think the big flaw with the Apple TV was it didn't have enough Bluetooth. Is that right? You can only hook up so many things to it. So that's one thing to think about if you are an Apple person. Something to consider. And I think too, if you got just a normal Apple TV, I find the biggest complaint I've seen about Apple TV would be the remotes. Like it always seems people struggle with the remotes to work properly on Ruby. So just something to consider. I don't have any experience with it myself. I'm a PC guy. I figured this thing was probably first designed to be on PC. So let's run with that. It's kind of the same as just back to my geology days. Talking about Birch and Mark, geophysicist and the VPX. They love their Macs. Had these overly expensive Macs in their office. Guess what they ran? Windows. Because all the software, they needed that because all the super high-end software that makes 99.9% of the software on the planet look like kids play. You're doing like geomodeling underground. So you're designing what something will look like underground, like 3-4 miles down, putting a story together. You're able to spin it around in 3D dimensions, do slices through different dimensions, like really, really high-end stuff. It's all run on Windows. That's how it's designed. They usually don't make a version for Mac. Spindly yak. And if you love your Apple and Mac, great. Have at her. Not beating it up, just saying how it is. That's the way it worked in my world in oil and gas exploration. That's how it is. Breer's 33 here now, really putting it down. 4.5, 5 watts, 6 watts per kilo here. Not letting up. Got the race by the horns. Got this dude out for a little walk here. Looks like he dropped his keys on the ground there. He's looking down. Brewers 33 here. First place. Great job, dude. Great job. Strong, strong rider. Nelson is 700 meters back, folks. So Brewers is coming to the finish here. Let's see where the finish line is. Put on the bend here somewhere. And 44 minutes in, almost 45 minutes in. I'm going to go to 1 hour today because I want to get on my bike. So that's what we're going to do. Here's the finish line. Oh, it's right on this corner here. Okay, this is good to know. So hopefully we got a few little sprint battles coming up. Great job to Brewers 33. Bouncing back to Nelson Snyder. Yeah, so as it gets later and later in the day, I want to ride less and less. So I'm itching. I've already got my stuff right over here in that direction over there. Got the bibs, got the socks, everything ready to go. Got the backup phone for the rock tunes. I don't have the towel set up yet. Drinks are cooling. Get my ride in. Then after that, it's do a few things outside. Feed animals. And start getting ready. Game 4. Western Conference Stanley Cup playoffs. Come on, Oilers. Let's go. Yeah, and last game, the Oilers kind of like destroyed the Stars. They really did. So it's great to see. You know, it's funny. Last year, exact same Western Conference final. Dallas versus the Stars. And like I told Joey Jojo, we're probably going to get a lot more games out of it because so they played 2 games in Dallas. They each won 1. They come back to Edmonton for 2 games. Edmonton's won 1, so now they're up 2-1. Edmonton will most likely win tonight. They'll be up 3-1, but then they got to go back to Dallas for a game. Dallas could win that. If that happens, then they fly back to Edmonton again. So it's a lot of travel back and forward. Nelson's coming up here to the finish now, 2nd place. Should be finishing just under 47 minutes. Good job for Nelson here. Finishing strong. There's Brewers in this finish shoot. Carol Susik, 400 meters back. Now, oh, look at this. Duke still powering forward, folks. So we got Duke here, 4th place. Again, love the riding. So here Carol's been doing a bit more spinning. But the gradient, well, okay, I'm just trying to keep an eye on the gradient at the same time. We're 7% gradient here, Carol. Even Carol's doing like 70 RPMs. Duke's right at 50. So, I mean, I think Duke rides like this all the time. This is just his preferred riding style. I will get very grindy on really steep climbs because I'm running out of gears. So some of those crazy climbs, generally, you know, you're going to see the craziest stuff, I would say, like in Spain, things like that, where the steepest, where you're like 20% plus, I'll be like 30 RPMs, 30 to 40 RPMs, just running out of gears. But I probably feel most comfortable myself, probably around 80 RPMs, 75, 80 RPMs. That's kind of like where I like to ride. Just like it. If I spin more, my heart rate just is out of control. So I can't keep doing it. Okay, so Brewers is done there. Duke's coming next for 4th place. He's only 250 meters to the finish, so really good ride here for Duke. Yeah, good job. Good job, dude. 5th place right now, we got Helmsire Forest. Stefan Schmidt is 140 meters back. Very close to the finish. We're under a kilometer to go now. Yeah, so, you know, we've had my rants about my whoosh. So, that's that. That would be Friday if I could get on it. God, better take a look at my my recording here. Okay, yeah, I don't look too weird, I guess. So, I don't know what I'll do on Friday. Probably back to Zwift on Friday. Hey guys, just so you know too, I want to point something out here. We've got a newcomer to Ruby. His name is Eddie Price. No, Eddie Rice. Sorry, Eddie. Eddie, double I, you know, Eddie Rice, RYCE. He's got a YouTube channel. But even better, he's got a clothing company. You might have seen it before. You've probably heard it in one of my videos if you watch all of them. His company's called Rohe. It's not Rothai. It's not Rothi. It's not Rothai. I think you pronounce it like row as in you're rowing, row, and then hay as in hay that you give for animal bedding. Or like hay, hey, that kind of hey. Rohe. So he's Scott's dude, and he lives in Ireland. He's got a really cool clothing company. Steven Cycles sent me a picture this morning of the new stuff he got from Eddie, and it looks awesome. I love the colors, Eddie. So, guys, go check out Eddie's stuff. If you're in the UK, check out Eddie's site. Support your local boys. I think Eddie's just started riding on Ruby recently. In fact, I know him and Steven Cycles are doing a ride together today. He was talking about doing Bialak Naba over the weekend, like scheduling it for the future. I'm like, yeah, dude, do it. Like, you'll get support from the Ruby riders because there's a lot of UK riders. So yeah, check out Eddie's site, Rohe. So it's spelled, I hope I got this right, Rothai. I think that's how you spell it. And you'll see Eddie in action there. Stumbling over my words here. I'm mixing up people's names in my brain right now, but it's Eddie. Okay, so Stefan coming here in 6th place. I was in my head. I was thinking Steven. See, yeah. I'm honest, folks. I'm honest. So Stefan's finishing next. Doc will be coming in soon. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do, folks? This is what I'm gonna do. So how far is Doc out? He's pretty close. Simon JP's coming in too. A few meters to go. Let's see if I can do this quickly. Rothai. Rothai cycling. I used to call it Rothai. It's Rohe. Ride and stop. Oh yeah, this is great stuff. And what else can I tell you? Oh yeah, so Eddie recently he was nominated for something like one of the best like up and coming companies. It's something like that in the UK. Like he's getting recognition for what he's doing. And I was thinking to myself one day, you know, how do I word this right? I'm trying to think how to say this right. What makes Rohe stand out to me is Eddie. It's Eddie. That's what I like about it. It's him. It's Eddie. It's you, dude. It's you. Market yourself. You are. That's why I'm behind it. So RJL 1925 here, guys. I'm gonna take you back a little. So let's just bounce back a little bit. I want to go see where our hot yoga boys are back here. Neil's gonna just massacre me later. So let's hang out back here for a bit. So we're gonna hang out with Michaelo here. And what I'm going to do in the meantime is show you something I've been wanting to show you. Boom. Let's just turn that off for a second. I have to get back to my main screen to controls here. So here's the company I'm talking about. Rohe. See here? It looks like Rothai. Rohe. So this is Eddie. I'm pretty sure it's like a one-man deal. I'm sure his wife has a big part in it. Yeah, check this stuff out, right? I like this color. Love the picture. I think that's Eddie. I think that's him there. Oh my God. Eddie, I almost... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Eddie. But yeah, I really like this color. It's like a really... And I think this is the pair that Steven Cycles just got. It's like a greeny almost, right? I like that color. Really like that. Yeah. There he is himself. The man himself. Okay, so guys, go online. There's probably a code you can use too. So Eddie, if you're around and you see this video, guys, Eddie does hang out over at the Inside Cycling World Discord channel. So you can go in there, maybe pop in, maybe he can put a link to... I got to get back to the race here. There, we'll do that. So we're back to this. Maybe Eddie can go in there and put a link. We have in the past. I think we did like a little affiliate thing with me, Inside Cycling World, but I don't think many people even saw that video, so maybe they didn't clue into it. And once that comment kind of went off the screen, no one even knew about it. But you know, Eddie's trying to grow, so let's support him. So we got Michaelo here, Uncle E64. Paul owning. So yeah, again, guys, we got 6 minutes left to go, and then I'm jumping because I got to ride. I've just had way too many days off lately. Got Chak here. So let's take a look how it's going to finish. Okay, so Thomas Lynn just came to the finish now. We got Bart, Mr. Time Trial here. Maybe he's a team time trial. Ooh, working hard here, dude. Nice 5 watts per kilo here. He's going to finish by himself. And so I'm just looking at the leaderboard now and I'm seeing the gaps. Ludwig DB, he's got a 200 meter gap. He's going to finish solo, 16th place. Nice job, dude. Now, here's something interesting. Alex and Gronin, they're kind of close together. Ooh, and Kona Blight. He's not completely out of the mix yet. Let's hang out with these two. If I can see a bit of a sprint battle at the end, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Alex, hanging on. Alex is hanging on here, folks. Less than a kilometer to go. Let's see these two duel it out to the end. And there's probably some riders grouped up back there. It is a bit of a longer day today. Like, we're already at an hour. And I'm just itching to get on the bike. What time are we looking at now? Okay, it's 1 o'clock here. 1 o'clock here. You know, I got to start getting into game mode by 4 for the hockey game. You know, get the face paint on, the full Oilers suit with the hard hat with the beers on the side. I'm all in. Just kidding. I'm not doing that. Most likely I'll probably fall asleep halfway through the game. Wake up, huh? They scored? That. Yeah. Okay, Ludwig's up ahead. We got Gronin here. Alex. So Gronin is trying to push away. He was sitting behind Alex there, and now he's just pushed on at the right time. Unrelenting pressure here. 4.7 watts per kilo. Alex responding with just under 3. Sorry, just under 4. 3.6. Ooh, now he's getting it back to 4 watts a kilo. But there is a gap. It's a 40-meter gap now with 400 meters to go. I think Alex is safe. So Alex will secure 18th place. Sorry. Gronin will secure 17th place. Alex secures 18th. Kona Blight will be in 19th place here. Bouncing back another 170 meters. We got Shaka. Lives close to me here in Alberta. Shaka, great weather this week. Here's something I want to talk about. So I'm out and about yesterday, seeing some of the roads that I know people from Cranked, the bike shop in Airdrie, ride a lot. It's the old 2A highway. And I'm like, yeah, this would be really nice if there was absolutely 0 cars here. Because, like, it's a little quiet 2-lane road. It's off the main highway. The shoulder is about 2 inches of pavement. 2 inches. There's a white line and about 2 inches of pavement with steep ditches. So you know for a fact there's some dude driving around chatting up some girl he's hitting on. You know for a fact there's some lady out there scrolling through Facebook, online shopping, watching TikToks as you're out there. You know for a fact there's a rig driver coming through that has nowhere to go but squeeze by you 1 foot away from your shoulder, and just the wind alone will push you right off the road. You know that. You know that. Because I was kind of like, yeah, I really want to get back outside and riding this year. Now I don't. I'm out. I am so out. Even today I did a drive to get my car. I rode this 40K route that I usually do. It's 20K out, 20K back. And I'm like, this doesn't even look fun. This doesn't even look fun to me. It's just so much easier inside. So yeah, not going outside. Unless it's where I take my bike and I've got some really good, cool roads to ride, or even some out in Invermere, that's over in British Columbia, about a 3-hour drive from here. They've got these really cool bike paths that are like serious. Like, it's not like a bike path beside the river where, you know, mom and dad have got the kids out. Serious bike paths, like hard riding. M&H Ruby coming in. Ooh, only 10 meters ahead of Zambiki. Let's hang out for this one. We're going to hang out for this one. We're at just under 59 minutes here. We got a little bit of a battle going on, folks. Then going back from there, we got Robin. Yeah, probably just Robin or Rob NNC. Haven't seen that rider today. Okay, these two are going at it. So here's Rob NNC. Here's Mikey73 riding with OG. Ooh, we've got a lot of riders right here. Cristiano S70. Mikhailo Yenski. Spindly Yak. Like I said, everyone likes the Spindly Yak. Boom, these two. Oh, Zumbiki's going for it right now. Trying to pull away from M&H Ruby. Okay, he's getting after it. 300 meters to go here. Looks like he's got enough of a gap to hold him off. He's riding solidly at 4 watts a kilo up the road. M&H Ruby kind of just dialing. Well, no, he's coming back now. Probably just right in the middle of a gear shift there. He's going to work hard all the way to the finish here. Good stuff. Oh, yeah, guys, too. So next, I got to figure out how I'm going to do this one. So next Tuesday, we're doing Muckers, but we're also doing Zwift Summer Racing League, I think is what it's called. And I'm doing that because it's on WTRL, and I really like to support them. The WTRL headquarters is about an hour and 15 minutes up the road here. So I've met the mastermind behind WTRL, the longest running event on any platform. That event's been running weekly. The WTRL TTT has been running weekly for over 6 years. Like, what? Yeah, that's how long it's been going. So there's a summer racing league. There'll be tons of teams. I got to talk to Martin today and see which races I should cover. Usually the big guns at Zwift, Nathan and Dave, they cover like one race, like the Primo race. But there's so many other races going on. I thought about doing like a super stream or something. Like I'll do my Muckers, but maybe I'll do like a super stream before that where I stream for like 4 or 5 hours straight. If I can find all the races that work, like let's say I can see a race, usually on Zwift, the races go off the top of the hour. Makes sense, right? If I can find races where like maybe there's only a few minutes in between, I can just keep it rolling. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. And just keep it going like rolling thunder, freight train coming through, folks. And then we'll pop out. We'll do some Mucker stuff. I really want to support that racing series. I think it's going over the next 6 weeks, I believe. You know, get your summer in, folks, because before you know it, it's done. Did you know that we can get frost as early as August here? So June's right around the corner. When's June? This Saturday? Yeah, June, July, sometime in August. Like, and we can also we've had full blown snow in August before. We can also get like 30 degrees Celsius weather in August. So you just never know. It just depends on the elevation. Anyways, riders, there we go. We're an hour and 2 minutes in. We're just going to quickly bounce to the field, say hi to these riders here. Cristiano, Yenski, Paul, Spinlyak, Fachu, Uncle E64, Chris Vranken, and the Pirelli here. Lynn V, ladies rider. Saniva. Ooh, check this. 2 ladies right together. Interesting. Interesting stuff. M Rump, Katsio. Here's Kyle. Neil's moving up too now. I think Neil's riding a bit stronger than what I thought he was going to ride today. You know, pushing nice 280 watts here, 300 watts. I think Neil said he had a sore neck or something like that. Just bending over to the handlebars hurt. Robin's there as well. We've got Emmanuel Scosia here. Yep, he's following them. Stefan, CK Fix. Chris Roebuck. Emmanuel, Keith Old Git. Again, Keith's on a different pace today. Nokan is broken down. Unfortunate since he was 80% of the way done. David at 1951's here. Smouse is broken down. Fantomas, 8075, getting there. And then Yarmir. The rest of the riders are broken down, folks. They've had their mechanicals. They've called it a day. So let's leave it there, folks. What I need to do now is I need to quickly get this compressed and uploaded. Yeah, we'll see how we do it. Yesterday I tried to do this as I rode on Zwift and it didn't work well. Anyways, folks, thanks for watching Inside Cycling World. If you'd like to support the channel, you can use the Buy Me a Coffee link. Let's keep the community race commentary going all the time. I would really appreciate it. Okay, dudes, that's it for today. See you again soon.